On this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to install an outlet or a receptacle anywhere in a room inside your home just by hooking it up from a light switch. So make sure you stay tuned. Hey there friends, welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, consider pressing the subscribe and notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. So just a quick disclaimer, we are going to be working with live electrical on this video. My electrical codes and your electrical codes might be different, so always make sure that you're current and up to date with your current electrical codes. Whenever you're working with electrical, please shut off the power from your main circuit breaker. And if you're unconfident with working with any type of electrical, please hire a qualified and certified electrician. With that being said, my full disclaimer is on the description down below. Let's get to the video. So I made this mock-up right here to simplify the installation for this video. It's not up to code, it's just for demonstration purposes only. There is live power that's going to this light. We are going to turn off and shut off the power from the main circuit breaker. Take out the cover plate from this electrical switch. Take a voltage tester. You can get one, this one by Milwaukee. I also have a Klein one that I don't have currently, but just use this and test out if there is still power on here. So if the power is still live, you'll know because this will start beeping. And if it's still on, you'll still beep like that. This is where the power is coming from. We call this the line wire. This is going to be the load wire, the line. So now we know that the bottom one is the one that's feeding with the main power. We're going to go label that, and then we're going to go back to our circuit breaker and shut it off. Make this job a little faster, so I'll just use one of these tools. This is by Black & Decker. This is an electrical screwdriver, but you can use a combination head. All you gotta do is buy the combination number 1 tip. I'll leave all the tools that I use in the link in the description down below. I'm gonna write on this masking tape, and I'm just gonna put line so that we know that that is where the power is feeding to on the bottom, so we know. And then we're just going to place this aside. You're going to figure out where you want to place your outlet. Are you going to put it somewhere on the right side, up, down? Again, the easiest one to place an outlet is going to be right on the bottom of where this wire is, because there's no interference. 16-inch centers on the studs, so everything is clear here depending if there's insulation. Again, there's many variables and many factors that can contribute to the difficulty of putting one of these. You can place it right here, just for demonstration purposes only. So you want to get an old work J-box. Old work means that it has these little clips at the back that when you start screwing it, it will suck it into the wall when you start screwing it. On old work J-boxes, you can place it anywhere on the wall. So there's two tools that you can use to cut out this drywall. You can use a drywall jab saw. It's a manual one, or you can use an oscillating tool right here, which makes the job a little faster. Now, if you are trying to find a stud, what I like to use is this Franklin stud finder. You can see where the studs are. So in the real world scenario, it's not going to be as easy as this, where everything is perfect. And it's not all the time that you're going to be ended up putting this electrical box right on the bottom, where you can just use gravity to go hook and fish out that electrical wire to go up to the switch. This fish tape extends in and out, and then once you need to grab that wire, you can go and hook it back in. So what you can do when you feed the fish tape right through, you can start feeling it through the hole where that fish tape is. So there's our fish tape. Take my electrical tape and wrap it up. Pull the wire right through. There you go. So I like to have at least 6 inches from the back of the box all the way out, sticking out to the box, 6 inches. I like to make it 7 because the more the better. In case I make a mistake, at least I have some excess wire to play with. 6 to 7, then you're good to go. Right at the back. Okay, let's feed it back in. So we installed this without an open back. There is still drywall on the back of this mock-up, just like that. So it is possible. Score the back carefully. Pull the stripping, like so. This one of the coolest tool that I like to use is called the Volt Claw, and it gives you many options. Twist wire nuts, push in wire. Looking at your outlet, you do have the neutrals, which is the silver, and you have the gold or the brass side for the hot. We're gonna hook this up on a clockwise manner. What I like to use again is the combination screwdriver. This is the ECX1. You get a lot more twist to it, and you get to tighten it a lot more like that. Comparing it to a Phillips head screwdriver, when you tighten it, it will slip and could possibly round out the heads of these terminals. The hot side, in a clockwise manner, tighten that up. The same thing to your ground wire. Since this is an old work J-box, you need to take off the tabs or the Mickey Mouse ears off these right here. All you have to do is use your pliers or your needle nose pliers and break off the tabs like so, like that. Because if you don't and you push these in, the Mickey Mouse ears will be overlapping the old work J-box ears, and it's not gonna be flush when you start putting that plate over it. So an important thing that I like to add is with all the other terminals that you're not using, make sure you go and tighten those down so they're not sticking out. Tighten those down so they're not flopping all over the place. Put the faceplate on. Everything is nice and flush. You do have an option of using the Decora Edge outlets. This is just a push and click these terminals right here, and all you got to do is push it in the back. Same thing with the neutrals right there, and the same thing with its ground wire. On the back of the Decora Edge, there is a wire gauge where how much you'll be able to strip it, and it's right here. Take the hot, push it in, and then lock it in place. Like so, and then lock it in place. Same thing for the ground wire as well. And there you go, everything is wired up. Now I did make a dedicated video introducing this product in detail, so if you want to watch that video after you watch this one, I'll leave the link right here. Check out that video out after you watch this one. Hey there friends, so if you're finding this video super helpful so far, please hit that like, subscribe. It'll greatly help out the channel. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Now that we got our outlet hooked up, let's focus now onto the wiring of the switch. So let's put the switch aside for a moment. So putting this aside, these wires are the new wires that are feeding from the outlet. So this line is where the power is feeding from to this outlet, powering to the light. We don't have to touch this wire right here because this one is the load and this is what's going to the light itself. This is what we're going to tap into to get power to that outlet. There you go. Tag it just for this purpose of this video, so we know that this is the power that is where we're going to tap into. There you go. Let's put that aside. So what we need to do is we need to combine this outlet hot wire, and we got to take our line wire, which is the power source that's feeding onto this outlet, and we got to connect that one as well to this switch as well. So there's a lot of things that people do wrong. What they do is they end up stacking everything all in one terminal, which is incorrect, and they end up backstabbing it on the back. But the proper way of doing it is actually pigtailing. So all you gotta do is take your scrap wire or whatnot, just take one of this and cut it out. Let's say about 6 inches should be enough. There you go. All we're gonna take from this is this hot wire. We're gonna put a shepherd's hook on one side. Take that shepherd's hook and put it onto the bottom side where the line was feeding to. Make sure it's going onto a clockwise manner, clockwise, using our combination screwdriver. I'm gonna take the hot from the outlet. We're gonna take our pigtail, and we're gonna take our line power. What I like to use is the Wago 221s. This is the 3-way version. There's a 2-way version. I like using these Wago 221s. They're easy and you don't have to worry about twisting it using the wire nuts. You can use the wire nuts as well. I'm not saying you can't use wire nuts. These are just the easiest option in my opinion. So we're gonna feed that. So that's the hot wire coming from the outlet. Here's one for the switch. And this one is your main line wire. This is the power that's going to supply the power for all of them. Okay, connect the neutral from the outlet, put it in there, easy. The ground wire for the outlet, the ground wire for the power source, the ground wire for the light, and then you got the ground wire for the switch. So all this has to get connected. Get your pliers and then just twist them all together. Cut it. Choose your wire nut. Push everything in. Push the grounds in. This is what I like to use, this volt claw. It has this push and pull features, or you can use this to twist and orientate the wire, whatever is in there. There's multi-purposes for this. That's why I like having this tool. You can use this to push in the wire so you don't destroy your fingers while pushing that in. Put our cover back on. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see if this outlet works. Let's use our outlet tester. As you can see, both lights are on, and you can see that it says correct mode. So both lights are on and it's on correct. And now let's turn on the light and it switches back on. So again, this works independently. Whether I turn this on or off, this outlet is still powered on no matter what. So they are working independently from each other. Now there is another option where you can have a light switch and an outlet combination like this one. If you're interested on that, I made a video specifically on how to install it. Check out this video right here. Now again, friends, I'd like to know what you think. What did you find interesting on this video? What could I have done differently? If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comment section down below. But overall, if you found this video super helpful, friends, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. And I'll see you, friends, on the next video.